Most tourists treat Antwerp as a quick one-day stop, only seeing obvious landmarks like the Grote Markt. But to truly own this city, you have to go deeper, finding places tourists miss, like 16th century alleys hidden behind unmarked gates and Art Deco secrets 30 meters beneath the river. Ready to experience Antwerp like an insider? Let's start day 1. Day 1, the historic core conquered. Antwerp's Old Town is compact enough to own in a single day if you start smart. Do this by basing yourself in the historic center near Groenplaats. Everything's walkable from here. First stop, Antwerp Central Station. Yes, a train station. This 1905 railway cathedral earns its nickname with its 75-meter dome, multi-level platforms, and architecture that blends neo-Baroque with Art Nouveau. Most cathedrals wish they looked this good. In the early days, trains had to wait because passengers were too busy staring at the gilded details and soaring staircases to actually get off. The main hall is your first photo opportunity, and honestly, it might be your best. Step outside to Meir, Belgium's busiest shopping street. The majority of people power through toward the sights, however, you should duck into Stadsfeestzaal, a neoclassical shopping hall with a glass dome that 90% of tourists walk right past. Palais op de Meir at Meir 50 is equally stunning, an 18th century palace that Napoleon purchased and redecorated in Empire style. Neither costs anything, and both deserve 5 minutes of your morning. Belgium's largest Gothic church, the Cathedral of Our Lady, anchors the city's medieval heart. The church holds 4 Rubens masterpieces: the Raising of the Cross, the Descent, the Resurrection, and the Assumption of the Virgin, all under one vaulted ceiling. Its 123-meter tower dominates the skyline, and its belfry carries UNESCO status. Early morning entry means you get to see the paintings without someone in your peripheral vision. Give yourself an hour here. These are works to stand in front of, not rush past. After an hour with Rubens, you've earned lunch at Elfde Gebod, the 11th Commandment, tucked between Grote Markt and the cathedral. Elfde Gebod's interior is crammed with over 400 salvaged church statues staring down at you from every angle, creating the kind of atmosphere that makes you wonder if you accidentally wandered into a very specific fever dream. Their croque monsieur is the Belgian version done right. Grote Markt spreads out just steps away. Brabo Fountain depicts the city's origin legend. The legend says a hero threw a giant's severed head, in Dutch handwerpen, into the river, giving Antwerp its name. The 1565 Renaissance City Hall and surrounding guild houses create the postcard shot everyone's looking for. Circle the entire square. Each facade tells a different story, and the afternoon light hits them beautifully. Now for the real prize. Vlaeykensgang hides behind an unmarked brown wooden gate at Oude Kornmarkt 16. Barely a meter wide and looking very much like a private entrance. Push through anyway. Inside cobblestone alleyways from 1591, ivy-covered walls, trickling fountains, and the legendary Sir Anthony Van Dyck restaurant tucked into the courtyard. You're entering residential areas, so keep your voice down and skip flash photography. The majority of tourists walk past this gate daily without knowing what's behind it. Steen has been standing at this riverfront since 1200, making it the oldest building in Antwerp by a comfortable margin. Its exterior and Scheldt River views are the main draw. Skip the paid exhibits unless you're craving deep city history. Save your museum energy for tomorrow's main event. As the sun starts dropping, the riverside promenade stretching from here is ideal for an evening stroll. After your full day of walking, head to Brasserie Appelmans for dinner, which serves the definitive Antwerp beef stew. Stoofvlees made with triple Danvers beer and slow cooked until it practically falls apart. Reservations are encouraged on weekends. End the night at Café Kulminator, one of Europe's finest beer bars. 800-plus bottles line its walls, including cellar-aged Trappist ales that have been sitting there longer than some marriages last. An elderly couple runs the place, classical music plays softly, and you can order a vintage Orval that's impossible to find anywhere else. It's cash only, and you should ask for a recommendation. They take the questions seriously. This is the Antwerp locals keep to themselves, and you found it on day 1. Before we get to day 2, we break down every city like this with exact time slots, crowd-beating strategies the Local Bites Instagram never shows you. To travel smarter and unlock your next great trip, subscribe now. If you're watching on a TV, the QR code gets you there. Day 2. Art, beer, and the neighborhood they don't show tourists. Yesterday was about the postcard shots. Today is about the personality. We're leaving the medieval center for the lived-in Antwerp. If your second day happens to fall on a Saturday, start at Theaterplein, which transforms into the exotic market on this day with 100-plus stalls selling Moroccan pancakes, fresh French oysters with champagne at 10 a.m., and Vietnamese spring rolls. The main event is the Moroccan pancake stand near the theater building. Grab a msemen with feta and honey. It's the specific local bite you came here for. Your main morning belongs to KMSKA, Belgium's premier art museum. The collection spans Flemish masters like Rubens, Van Dyck, and Bruegel through to James Ensor and René Magritte. The building itself delivers two with a dramatic staircase, natural light flooding the galleries, and architecture that competes with the paintings inside. Planned for at least 2 hours, the Rubens alone demand 30 minutes each. Insider tip: book timed entry online at least a few days ahead. The 10 a.m. slot fills fast, but Thursday evenings run until 10 p.m. if you'd rather have the place to yourself. That late-night museum experience hits differently. Lunch stays in the museum at Madonna, their ground-floor restaurant with dishes that draw inspiration from the paintings hanging upstairs. Steak tartare followed by citron tart with fresh strawberries is the move. Next up, the Koninck Brewery for a tour where you'll test your beer tapping skills on a simulator that grades your pour. The learning curve is real. Walk across a 4-meter-high bridge above the active brewery floor, watching actual production, and learn more about Belgian brewing than you probably ever intended. 2 tastings come included, one before and one during. The whole experience runs about 1 hour. After your official tour, settle into the brewery bar for a fresh-tapped de Koninck Bolocka served in that signature chalice glass. Small plates of sausages and cheese go beautifully with the crisp amber ale. Just know the brewery closes Mondays, so plan accordingly. The brewery sits at the edge of Het Zuid, Belgium's arts district. Kloosterstraat handles antiques, everything from mid-century furniture to vintage jewelry, while Nationalestraat showcases the Antwerp 6 fashion designers who put this city on the global style map. Just absorb the creative energy and let yourself get a little lost. Should your legs still have life in them, take tram 9 toward Exterlaar from the Antwerpen Berchem station nearby. Just tap your contactless card on the white terminal as you board and hop off at Zurenborg stop. You're now steps away from the Golden Triangle, Kogels Osile, Waterloostraat, and Transvaalstraat. Here you'll find Art Nouveau mansions built between 1894 and 1906 that typical visitors never see. Look for De Vier Jarige Tijden, the Four Seasons Villas, and the Witte Paleizen, White Palaces. Virtually no crowds. Every building is a listed monument. This is the architectural flex that Instagram hasn't discovered yet. Before dinner, there's one essential stop. Frituur number 1 has served Antwerp's best frites since 1980, which tells you everything about local priorities. Order friet met stoofvlees and Andalus sauce, a mayo-tomato-pepper combination that makes ketchup feel like a personal insult. Dinner at De Boma offers Belgian comfort food in grandmother's house atmosphere. Framed grandmother photos cover its walls, and its waiters wear granny aprons without a trace of irony. The Carbonade Flamande and Vol au Vent are exactly what you need after a day of world-class art and architectural exploration. Tomorrow, we're leaving the dry land behind to explore the massive machinery of the port and a hidden Art Deco world under the river. Day 3. The port, the tunnel, and the Sweetest finale. Today, we're exploring the Scheldt River from 3 perspectives most tourists miss. You'll catch 360-degree city views from a glass spiral tower, cruise through Europe's second-largest port, and descend underground to walk a 1933 tunnel with original wooden escalators. It's the ultimate way to end your trip. We're starting with the best free view in the entire city. You'll spot Maas before you reach it, a red sandstone tower rising at the edge of Eilandia, Port District, like nothing else in the city. This building showcases Antwerp's connection to global trade through maritime history, but the insider move? The rooftop panorama is completely free. Take the escalators up, enclosed in glass, spiraling around the tower for 360-degree views over the port and city. The paid museum floors cover trade routes, city history, and cultural collections. If you're genuinely interested in how a port city shaped global commerce, it's worth your attention. Just don't miss that rooftop. Lunch at Café Storm stays right there at Mass. Its sun-drenched terrace overlooks the port, creating that vacation feeling you came here for, and light cafe fare dominates the menu. From the dock nearby, the Flandria Harbour cruise takes you somewhere walking never could. For roughly 2 hours, you'll see the port of Antwerp from the water, massive container terminals stacked with shipping containers from every continent, the world's largest tidal dock, and the Zaha Hadid-designed port house rising like a glass diamond from a 1922 fire station. Insider tip: book the Port of Antwerp cruise for the full experience. It reaches the container docks that shorter tours skip. Check sailing times at flandria.nu before building your day. You'll find links for this and other attractions from the video in the description below. After docking, walk to the St. Anna Tunnel. Find the yellow brick building near Sint Jans Vliet. It looks like a service entrance, with nothing suggesting you should go inside. But you should. Inside are some of the last functioning wooden escalators in Europe. The slats clatter and creak as they carry you 31 meters underground. The tunnel itself runs 572 meters under the Scheldt River, Art Deco tiles lining the walls the entire way. Walk through the tunnel to emerge at Linkeroever, and you're standing at the single best skyline photograph of Antwerp, with the entire city reflected across the water. Return via the free St. Anna ferry for a complete loop. The whole experience takes about 45 minutes. One last stop before dinner, and it's a good one. The chocolate line operates within the Palais de Meir, Napoleon's former residence, if you remember from day one. Gomio voted it Belgium's best chocolate shop in 2023. Master chocolatier Dominique Persona creates flavors like sake, wasabi, and the famous basil tomato black olive praline that sounds wrong until you taste it. Its gilded interior makes this feel more like an imperial reception than a candy store. Budget 30 minutes and prepare for your luggage to get heavier. Your farewell dinner is at Restaurant Marcel, a former 1912 seaman's church where the wine room has replaced the altar for a different kind of spiritual experience. The seasonal menus and sommelier pairings are a great way to close out your trip. Make sure you reserve a table, as this isn't the kind of place that handles walk-ins. Enjoy one last drink at Billy's Beer Café Tabria. 180 craft beers, 11 taps, including 3 on nitro, named after a beloved French bulldog memorialized here, who apparently had excellent taste. Ask the staff for recommendations. They rotate taps with finds you won't see anywhere else and take genuine pride in matching you with the right pour. There's board games inside, ivy-covered seating outside, exactly how the trip should end. 3 days gives you Antwerp at its best. You didn't just check boxes, you found the version of the city that locals want to keep for themselves. Planning more stops in Europe? We built the same kind of detailed experience-first guides for cities all across the continent. Tap into the playlist below and map out your next adventure. Thanks for planning with Itinerary Insiders, and we'll see you in the next one.